Hi guys, good morning. It is 10:54 a.m. and I'm getting ready for work, but I figured I would do an update on this hair that I've been rocking. And this is the Beauty Forever Super Wave hair with a 7x7 loose wave closure from Barry's Hair. And both of those are on Aliexpress. So I slept in my wig last night because I didn't feel like taking it off. This is tacked down with Got to Be Glued Free Spray, the Got to Be Glued gel, and my Jane Carter wrapping mousse. And it's pretty secure. I mean, I'm not going to pull on it or anything because I don't want it to shift. I have to go to work today. So I'm just going to take down my hair and talk to you guys while I refresh my curls. If you want to know how to refresh your curly hair wigs, I will leave a link up here in the card somewhere. I had a deep wave, or was it a curly wig? I don't know. It had some sort of texture. It was blonde, and I showed you how to refresh it. So if you want to know some details on what I'm doing, just go down there or go up there, click that, and you can watch that video. But this one is just going to be an update on this hair. All right, so I'm just going to be combing this out. As you can see, the comb runs pretty well through it, and I'm going to show you the shedding after I'm done. And this is a wide tooth comb, and that's how much shedding I get. Oh, there's a little bit more right here. Here, let's see. That's how much shedding I get. Now, I use a wide tooth comb because if I didn't, I'd probably have a lot more shedding because this is curly hair. You don't use small teeth comb for curly hair. So, anyway, yeah, so this hair does get dry toward the ends, as you can see. Just like a majority of curly hair textures do, they do tend to be drier. But as long as they don't tangle, that doesn't really bother me. And you just saw how easily I combed that out while it was dry. Some curly hair you have to wet before you comb it, and this one you don't have to do that, so I'm very happy about that. It's very low maintenance. Usually I don't like to sleep in my wigs, but this one is low maintenance enough to where if I do sleep in it, I'm not going to spend, you know, a lot of time in the morning time getting it back to looking how it did before. So this does have product in it. I used a oil in it yesterday. It was the OGX Damage Remedy coconut oil. So I put that in there, but today I'm going to put some curl cream in it just to really get the curls popping. But I just want to make sure that the hair is pretty damp so I can revive the curls. And like I said, this closure is from Barry's Hair Company. This is not from Beauty Forever because they did not have a transparent lace closure for this texture of hair. They had a medium brown 4x4 lace closure. And you guys know I prefer my bigger closures, and of course they have to be transparent because I am so light. Here's a little bit more shedding. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on that. It doesn't shed a lot. It only sheds when you comb it. So, I mean, if that bothers you, if you want hair that doesn't shed at all, well, good luck with that. I don't seal my wefts, so it's probably, if I sealed my wefts, I probably wouldn't get this much shedding, but I don't got that kind of time. So, yeah. All right, so this is what the hair looks like when it's wet. And as you can see, the loose wave texture pretty much fits with the super wave texture from Beauty Forever. So if you are trying to achieve this look, those two textures go well together. And I love Barry's hair because they do have the larger transparent closures. So transparent lace is not just for people as pale as me. You can be really richly toned and still wear transparent lace. You're just going to have to tint it a little bit. But personally, I think that's better because you can use your exact foundation shade to tint it rather than just depending on the company to give you a medium brown lace that's not cool toned. You know what I mean? So transparent lace it's trending for a reason because everyone can use it. It's very inclusive and I like that. All right, so I'm just going in with this Sacha Inchi oil from Shea Moisture. It's a curl defining smoothie. And then I'm just gonna run that through my hair. So I think I said in my update for the Bold Hold Max, I think I said I've been wearing this hair nonstop. I have, and because of that, some of the hairline has started to shed. So this is a little bit more, shedding. Like I said, it's not a lot of hair that sheds. It doesn't really bother me, and it doesn't shed throughout the day. It's only when I'm manipulating it. I just got to make sure that I put a lot of moisture on the ends because they do tend to get dry. All right, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Okay, so the lace closure is balding a little bit on this side, so I'll show you that when I get to the other side. Sorry, that's my phone. And lace closures do tend to lose their hair quicker. That's why I seal mine, because if I didn't, I do a lot of manipulation with my wigs. I change up my part often. I sleep in my wigs, as you can see. I wear them pretty hard. Now, if you're one of those people that takes their wig off every night and, you know, conditions it every week and stuff like that, or braids it up when you sleep in it, like, more power to you. I don't got that time. I don't have that type of time. So yeah, my wigs don't last as long as they probably would if I took better care of them. But since I'm not like spending a crap ton of money on the hair in the first place, that doesn't really bother me. So I'm not saying that this is crap. This is a crap closure, because it's not. I'm just saying for me, since I do so much manipulation on the closure especially, it's balding a little bit on this side. Don't ask me why it's not balding on this side, because it's not. But it definitely is a little bit on this side, so I had to kind of augment it to make it look less bald. So let me do this other side real quick off camera, and I'll be back to show you the closure. All right, so I almost forgot to turn the camera back on. I've been watching Savannah Silver's nail video on YouTube. All right, so let's finish out this video. So this is what the hair looks like after I've applied all my product and it's starting to dry. So let me zoom you in on this closure and give you the tea about that. So this is a Barry's Hair 7x7 transparent lace closure in loose wave texture. And I have been wearing this wig, like I said, since December, pretty much nonstop. And the lace did start to bald on this side. And it was completely my fault because I always part my hair on this side, and I was doing all this manipulation on the baby hair, and then of course they started to fall out. So what I ended up having to do is shift my wig this way. So if I show you here, this is where the lace closure stops. Now I know this looks really crunchy. I'm going to spray some water down. I'm not going to lay my baby hairs because it's my Friday, and I'm about to take this wig off tonight anyway. So that's why it's lifting a little bit right here, but I don't care. Anyway, so this is where the lace closure stops on this side. While on this side, sorry I look so gray, it's a cloudy day. So while on this side, the lace closure doesn't stop until right here. So like I said, all I did was like shift this, because what was happening was I had a huge bald spot. I had a huge bald spot like right in this area. It was like a good 2 inches of my lace had shed so much that all you had was lace. So what I ended up doing was shifting my wig. I cut back the lace and then made some more baby hairs. Now, if we're talking about like which side I prefer this side. Yeah, it's a little crusty. Like I said, I just got to spray it down. I prefer this side because this is not HD lace. So if you get really close, you can see the grid on this lace. Like I said, I'm not going to remelt my lace today. Because, I'm just not into it. I don't care. But that's why I like how thick this side is, because you can easily hide that. While on this side, you really can't do that. Like this area right here, you can clearly see the grid of the lace. Now, if this was HD lace, you probably wouldn't be able to see it, but since it's not, like you get close enough, you can see it. Now, of course, I'm not letting people all up in my space like that, but I know it's there and that bothers me. So what I told myself I'm gonna start doing is, instead of changing my part every day or wearing it, you know, in one side like every day and, you know, relaying the baby hairs, I'm just gonna try to keep it in one part for as long as possible until I get bored. And if I do want a side part, I'm just gonna start putting it on this side. That way I can balance out the manipulation. All right, so before I close out this video, let's talk about if this hair can be lifted. No, it cannot, and that is per the company. I will leave a screenshot right here. So when you purchase hair from Aliexpress, there is a specification button, so you can click that, and it can tell you if you can lift this hair. And if you can't lift it, it'll tell you how high you can lift it. So some will say all colors, some will say to a 27, which is like a honey blonde, and some will say darker colors only. So this is a darker colors only, but it's already dark. So that makes me think that if I try to lift this, it's going to turn into a rat's nest, and I don't want that because I love the texture. So that's just the Beauty Forever Super Wave hair. Now the closure, I know I can lift because obviously I lifted the knots. But since I don't want to ruin this wig, because it is my favorite wig and I wear it day in, day out, I'm just going to leave it dark. I prefer lighter hair because it kind of brings more like bronziness to my face, because I'm pale, obviously. But darker hair kind of makes me look even paler, but I can get over that because of how curly and cute this is, and it looks so natural on me, so whatever. So if you are purchasing from Aliexpress, make sure you check that specification button. If you are purchasing hair because you want to lift it, make sure you can, because like I said, that specification button will let you know if that's even an option. But for this hair, it's not. Okay, I know I said I'm going to end this video, but I got one more tip for you. So for curly hair textures, if you are a wig maker like me, you might tend to get matting or tangling in the back. Now, for me, when I'm making my wigs, I always put my first track on the very bottom of the wig cap, and then I will leave maybe about a finger space from the next track, and then from that one I have a finger and a half space. So those first 3 tracks on the back of my neck are spread out, and that way the tracks of the curly hair aren't like stacked on top of one another, which can, you know, lead to extreme tangling and matting. So for this hair, that's what I have in the back. So you saw me comb out the side of the hair dry. That's exactly what the nape is like too. You can comb it out dry, or you can spray it down and comb it out wet, which is a little bit easier. You'll get less shedding that way. But that's how I create my curly haired wigs, to prevent that big ol' mat in the back of the neck that some hair will give you. So try that out. Let me know how it works out for you. Leave it down below in the comment section, and you're welcome. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, then please give me a big thumbs up and press the subscribe button down below in the description box so you don't miss any more content from me. If you have any more questions about this hair, even though I think I was pretty detailed, but if I did miss anything, let me know in the comment section. I always read my comments and I do reply if you guys are asking me questions. So, yeah, make sure you click on one of them videos, okay? Don't forget to share this video, because sharing is caring, and I hope to see you in the next one.